entwine and all. If the sunrise sends us separate streets, we'll still smell these quiet sweets. Flower crates and barcode chimes, where we rewrote our tired lives. Petals bright, in the fading night. You ask red for love or for regret. Hold a rose to your silhouette. I laugh, depends who sends the vase. Some goodbyes come with lace. You tell me how you took this job after walking out on all this fog. I wanna rather lift these stems than carry lies in polished jazz. I say I ended up down here when my plans ran out of cheer, but something in these morning looks feels like anything could grow. Within the birds and rubber thorns, hear the first truck start to come in the hush before the sales. We share our quieter details. We're dawn flower warehouse hearts, bundling little colors in the dark. Two soft souls in a chilled down hall, tying other people's hopes, entwine and all. If the sunrise sends us separate streets, we'll still smell these quiet sweets. Flower crates and barcoded chimes, where we rewrote our tired lines. You build a bouquet off the books, take your time, careful looks. Wild shapes, not perfect rows. Green that curls and yellow that glows. Hand it over with a shy half smile. Say if I had a shot this style, not just roses, not just rules. Something for the almost fools. I tuck one stem behind your ear, white freesia in the warehouse air. Say you already make them here, just no window at the rear. We swap our brakes by the loading bay, watch the sky turn pastel gray. You write your number on a rag, meant for orders headed back. Text me when you find the nerve to sell your songs or change your curve. I scribble mine on a cardboard tag, tie it to your demo swag. Send me pics when you hang your name on a door that's more than shame. Now every time the mornings smell like cut stems and coffee hell, I feel that warehouse in my chest, buckets gleaming, small unrest. We're dawn flower warehouse hearts, it's true. Coloring a courage into you, even if we never share that shift. You're the color in my dream. Petals bright, echo of that early light. Water flow, where our lives begin to bloom once more. Badge tab green on the service stair. gas and hum an open air. Rooftop gravel vent fans drone, city pulsing like a distant phone. I push the door with my shoulders sore, scrub still stained from the 12-hour. Paper cup with a lukewarm sip, hands that don't know how to quit. You're by the ledge with a plastic mug, lab coat wrapped like a tired hug. Cigarette unlit between your teeth, eyes somewhere beyond the streets. Down below the monitors beep, up here the sky remembers sleep. In this in-between of glass and steel, we're two hearts trying to feel. We're hospital rooftop, break hearts, breathing out the pain in quiet parts. Two worn souls above the glowing wards, letting go of what we passed with guards. If the sunrise pulls us back inside, we'll still feel this cooling tide. Then fan wind and sodium sky, where our fear I say whatever needs me tonight. You laugh once, flick the light a flame. Say path lab names without the names. We talk in sips of bitter brew about the things we can undo. How you read the hardest charts before the day even starts. I tell you how I hold their hands when the words don't understand. How sometimes I walk these halls feeling spoiler than them all. Sirens smear across the town, but their echoes softer down on this concrete little deck. We drop the hero from our necks. We're hospital rooftop, break hearts, breathing out the pain in quiet parts. Two worn souls above the glowing war, telling go of what we passed with God. If the sunrise pulls us back inside, we'll still feel this cooling tide. Then fan wind and sodium sky, where our fear learn like to lie. Crush your smoke on the painted line. Say, some days I think I'll resign. All this blood and all these names feels like we just rearrange. I stare at lights in patient rows, tiny windows, silent glows. Say maybe we don't fix it all, just keep the next one from the fall. You nod and tap your paper cup, our job is mostly showing up. And from your pocket phone half cracked, you play a song you never tracked. Deep slow beat like a steady heart, soft tides pulling us apart. You say made this on my nights, too afraid to hit the lights. I smile, I'm next to and I can breathe, but never let it ever leave. We stand there in the humming cold, two off-duty souls on hold. You grab a pen from your chest ID, write your number on the sleeve of me. Text me when you drop a tune, we'll listen after every moon. I scribble mine on your paper cup, right beside the coffee scuff. Send me tracks when nights get loud, we'll drown out every waiting cloud. When the pager drags us back through the stairwell's concrete crack, something lighter climbs inside where the vent fans used to hide. Now every time the ward light sleeping block, fluorescent halo on a plastic clock, badge tab beep on the midnight hour, clipboard dreams and lukewarm power. I'm in the booth with my radio low, monitors painting black and glow, thermos cooling by my knees, same four cameras, same old street. Swipe out through the lobby door, laptop bag and office war. Pause when you see the rainy glass, raise a hand as you always pass. No one else on this concrete stage, just you and me and the copier's rage. In this island made of light, we're two dots against the security booth, night guard lights, talking at the edge of the city's fights. Two worn souls where the turnstiles rest, letting go of what we never say at desk. If the sunrise sends us different ways, we'll still feel these sleepless days. Security glass and buckled chimes, where our quiet crossed their lines. Monitor glow, secrets we both know. You lean on the little sliding shelf, ass busy with a shrug, half self. I laugh, just me and Channel 8, rabbits breaking into heaven's gate. You grin and drop your shoulders down, tell me how you missed your train to town. Stay too long at your glowing screen, fixing things no one will see. I talk about the years I've spent guarding doors and empty vents, how I know each car by sound, which one's spinning, which one's drowned. Rain taps colder than the booth's thin roof, we both stand just out of proof. In the space between patrols, we compare our different roles. We're security booth, night guard lights, talking at the edge of the city's fights. Two warm souls where the turnstiles rest, letting go of what we never say at desks. If the sunrise sends us different ways, we'll still feel these sleepless days. Security glass and barcode chimes, where a quiet crossed the lines. You say, funny I work upstairs in a job that counts all fears, but down here next to your small room, feels like there's a little room. I admit I write at 3, deep house loops no one can see, play you 30 seconds soft, phone speaker in the office loft. You close your eyes and the neon hum, say you hear more than anyone. Tell me about the app you built, buried under layers of guilt. We trade out projects like shift reports, dreams on USBs and ports. Outside cameras watch us talk, inside we're both off the clock. You pull a visitor pass from the stack, write your number on the different lives in there. And now every time the night feels long and the cameras hum their song, I see you in that doorway frame, half in shadow, half in frame. We're security booth, 9 wall lights, it's true. Half these honors shine up the doors of you. Even if we never share that gate, you're the glue behind my lane. Fluorescent hum on the second floor, city map into the back wall door. Headsets hanging on empty hooks, cups of coffee, half-buried books. I clock in for the graveyard run, screen still glowing from the setting sun. Radio static in a quiet storm, drivers' names in a glowing swarm. You're at the desk by the window frame, logbook open on every lane. You glance up as I drop my bag, say welcome to the kingdom of the cab. Phones in rows like little moons, blinking lights with secret tunes. In this tower made of glass, with a random mother roll, we're taxi dispatched, neon hearts, rooting all these strangers in the dark. Two soft souls on the midnight grid, sending people where we've never lived. If the sunrise sends us home alone, we'll still feel this dial tone. Dispatch screens and mark the lines where our quiet lives align. Oh, radio glow. Voices we don't know. You take a call from a downtown bar, slurred address and a breaking heart. Flag a driver on the eastern side, guide him through the river tide. I send a cab to a late night ward, nurse on hold with a tired voice. Get them here as fast as you can, I promise, like I own the van. Between the calls we share our days, how you used to drive the maze. 10 years out there on these roads, now I dispatch all their loads. I tell you When the drivers call last fare and the dawn leaks in the office air, we log them out, kill the hum, but inside we're still mid-run. Now every time the street lights buzz and a taxi cuts the fuzz, I hear that dispatch in my chest, your calm voice above the rest. We're taxi dispatch, neon hearts, it's true. Half these journeys pass through you, and if we never share that desk, you're the route beneath my stress. Oh, radio glow, and I go where I go. Midnight grid, where our silent lives got lit. Wooden planks slick with ocean mist, street lamp halo where the waves get kissed. Bait shop sign on a rusty chain, coffee steam in the salt cold rain. I walk out to the pier's last light, tackle blocks ramming through the night. Thermos rattling in my hand, trying to outweigh what I can't stand. You're at the rail with the crooked rod, hood up high in the morning fog, line cast far in a silver arc, little red float in the dark. Seagulls sleeping on the post, harbor lights like paper ghosts. In this hour before the sun, feels like we're the only ones. We're harbor pier, 4 a.m. hearts, waiting on the tide as the new day starts. Two soft souls on a rocking edge, casting out the weight we never shed. If the sunrise pulls us back to shore, we'll still hear this water in our cores. Harbor wind and splintered rail, where we let our heaviness exhale. Oh, Waterloo. Oh, lantern glow. You say most days they never bite, but the quiet makes it right. I laugh and set my tackle down, say same reason I came around. We talk in whispers between the creeks about the long and sleepless weeks, how you left the bar at 2, came here like you always do. I tell you how my thoughts get loud in my small apartment cloud. Needed somewhere wide and real, something colder than I feel. Foghorn moans beyond the bay, tidal rhythm keeps it streets feel overcrowded. I smell that salt on concrete air. See your silhouette out there. We're harbor people and hearts. It's true. Let some weight out past that blue. Even if we never share that rail, you're the calm inside my gale. When the world feels small and tight, I walk back to that edge of night, where the float on a quiet sea looked a little bit like me. Waterloo, echo of that early glow. Harbor line, where your heartbeat braided into mine. Neon cone in the frosted glass, open late for a town that passed. Snow piled up on the sidewalk line, street outside almost out of time. Freezer hums like a distant choir, flavors fading under white wire. I wipe the counter for the 10th slow round. Metal spoons, no other sound. You step in from the back room door, arms full of cones and cleaning jars. Shake your head at the empty seat, say winter's rough on summer trees. Candy jars and rainbow sprinkles, soft serve sign with frozen wrinkles. In this sugar painted room, we're the only ones in bloom. We're winter ice cream shop hearts, scooping out the quiet in the dark. Two soft souls in a sherbet glow, talking while the outside fills with snow. If the sunrise sends us separate streets, we'll still taste these midnight sweets. Winter glass and pastel light, where our cold turned into rye. Freezer nights that feel so long. You joke, wanna waste a little stop. Pull 2 spoons from the hidden box. Offer me a swirl of cherry swirl. On the house for the last girl. We sit on stools by the window frame, feet on chrome, breathing names of all the things we thought we'd be before we learned about the feed. You say you used to bake at home, dreamed of owning your own comb. Now I decorate for tips, hide my recipes on slips. I tell you how I play at night, deep house loops in candlelight. But every time I near upload, I melt just like this sugar loaf. Snowflakes tap the double pane, street lamp halos spell our names in the love. Before we close, we admit what no one knows. We're winter ice cream shop hearts, scooping out the quiet in the dark. 2 soft souls in a sherbet glow, talking while the outside fills with snow. If the sunrise from the special board. Erase the flavors no one's ordered. Write in cursive, shy but proud. Tonight only tell the truth out loud. We laugh but both play along. Share the pieces we got wrong. Loves we licked and threw away. Plans we left to freeze or burn days. Then you flip the sign to closed. Lock the door but keep it posed. Spin the bar stool once in place. Say, wanna try a brand new taste. You mix my favor into yours. One big bowl, no tidy doors. Call it second chance Sunday. Pile on all the brave will say. On a napkin by the till, you write your number with a chill. Text me when you drop that track. I'll bring cake and we'll play it back. I take the chalk